So, we are at a pretty significant crossroad in our lives due to the situation the whole world is dealing with, this coronavirus. We can take this opportunity and turn it into something impactful in our lives that will remind us of how strong we are together as one human race family, or we can allow it to tear us apart. Individually, we can choose to become stronger for it. And in order to do so, we have to do a few things to get ourselves together, to be ready for this lesson, this great global lesson that we are having to go through. As devastating as this is creating a shift in the human consciousness, in our human relation, and how we relate to one another, and how we see each other, and how significant each person's energy is in terms of relating, and the familiarity of us human connection, and how impactful it can be from one individual to another. We can choose right now to avail ourselves to become stronger for it by opening ourselves up for the teaching that will come through for all of us. One thing we have to do is to be available. And to be available is to be present. Being present in the sense that we give our will for what the universe will show us through each other. Because sometimes when a message is being given to each person, we fail to recognize it. So what happens is another person will get the message and be able to communicate with another person. So being present is important to recognize what message is being sent to you through a friend, a child, a parent, a coworker, or a stranger on the street. It never fails. And once you know how to navigate this beautiful experience of the universe communicating with us, we can begin to join the flow of the messages and recognize it. And right now, with the meditation that we should be doing on a daily basis, if you can, twice if you can, but if it only takes you once a day, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not a race and it's not a competition. You do it at your pace. But of course, learning to be present is important for hearing the word that will resonate with you so that you can become at peace in the moment and understanding that it is all going to work out and it will be okay. And in order for that to happen, we cannot have that friction of fighting, but rather being at peace with the moment being present with the moment by saying, you know what? I didn't plan for this. I didn't wish for this. But here it is. It is happening. We can't run away from it. We can't deny it. We can't pretend it's not there. But whatever lesson is supposed to be learned from it, say this to the universe. I'm available. I'm ready to receive, to learn, and I surrender. It's such a powerful little message you send. And when you say so, watch out for this beautiful growth that is going to happen within you. And be honest with yourself. If you think you're not ready to let go of your own control, it's okay. But you must understand there's a global shift going on, a universal shift right now. And missing out on that, I don't know what is worse. Discovering your deepest being, your higher self, or your messages that your soul will give you to develop you in becoming your own authentic being and existing in this level plane where you can grow and tap into your purpose and begin to reveal that in the world and serve according to that is more powerful. But it can only happen if you surrender to it, to the lesson and the teachings that you'll be taking from here. That's why it's important to spend time with yourself and listen to yourself. I find that journaling also helps create a place for you to voice the thoughts that are being processed by you, and as you may be receiving information, and you can write them down, because that's important for a person to discover who they truly are, because that type of an internal dialogue with thyself and your soul allows you to connect with the truth of who you truly are. And nothing pushes us more than adversity. Anytime you find yourself extremely comfortable and just you realize that things have become mundane and you've taken things for granted, understand that your growth has become stagnant. And when your growth becomes stagnant, it's important to create a moment for you to push yourself. So when it's uncomfortable, that is the greatest time you get to meet your strength. That's within you. You would never know how strong you are until you face an adversity, until you face something difficult, until you face something that shakes you to your core. And then you realize you can stand. You can be a rock and stand on the true rock that will guide you and take you to a place where you can see how much you've endured and still came out on top. That is a great gift. So as horrible and terrible as this health crisis the world is facing, the ability to grow spiritually, the ability to grow emotionally, the ability to grow psychologically, and the ability to grow the connection you have with one another has like skyrocketed. It's amazing. Those are the things we should be paying attention to. We should be focusing on. And stay with the moment. We can't run. There's one thing, we can't run. There's nowhere for us to hide. So the best thing is to become one with it. Be present with this moment and sit with it. And listen. Listen to yourself. Listen to your soul. Listen to the things that you did take for granted. And begin to appreciate them. That's why gratitude is so important, because once you become grateful for the moment, you begin to see more situations that shows that you really do have something to be grateful for. Before you were just saying, oh, I'm grateful, but then it literally shines the light on how much more you have and you should be grateful for. You know, it may not be much. Maybe that yesterday the sun rose. You saw the sunlight. That's beautiful. Be grateful for that. Because not everybody sees it at the time that you saw it. You know, so it's very important to take the time to create moments for yourself to recognize stuff like that. Like this morning I woke up and I heard the birds chirping around 4:45. I thought, wow, how beautiful. It seems like the birds are singing thank you. Thank you to the universe. Thank you for the fact they're awake. They're chirping. They're excited. And it's not just one bird. It's like a whole bunch of them singing and just being joyful. And I thought how wonderful it would be to wake up singing like that every morning. That would be awesome. Rather than we get up in the morning, we are dragging ourselves and we are like, I try to get up in the morning and raise my hands up and like, yay, it's a great day. And of course, when I do that, sometimes my family look at me like, okay, you're crazy. But I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just happy. But I don't do that every day. I should be doing that every day, but I don't. So I think it's an opportunity for everyone to become a little more kinder to themselves and to others, and then grow within this moment and begin to create some beauty in our lives. Creativity still hasn't lost its touch. We may be struggling right now collectively, but through the struggle there's going to be some amazing creativity coming out. So avail ourselves. I think it's important to avail ourselves to the lesson that this pain is going to get us through, and recognize it and be thankful to be present in this lifetime, in this time zone of the change. You know, we've heard of the shift is coming, the global shift, the universal shift. We had no idea. I've heard it countless times with a lot of teachers on YouTube and other avenues, but we never anticipated something like this. And now that it's here, I think it'll be interesting to be grateful to be alive in this time and create your best version of yourself and make that the goal to present to the world. Because as humans, you're all made beautiful, strong, and impactful.